Okay, now it's time to talk about location aliasing. By now you should know that QromaScan can tag your photos with a location based on using the online voice recognition system. Here's an image that I tagged by giving the date and location of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. The online recognition system does a pretty good job in most cases, but there are times when you might want to add a very specific location, such as an address or another place that may not get recognized well. Starting with version 1.4, you can import a list of locations similar to how you import a text file with people names. And we can tag your photos with locations simply by saying an alias, such as location 1 or location 2. The way we do it is actually very simple. Get a text editor and type in some locations that you want to alias, one per line. Here's a list of 5 locations that I've typed in. You can put in physical addresses or landmarks, but be sure to add the city and country as well. Don't worry about capitalizations or commas or anything like that. Our geotagging engine will clean it all up after we find it. If you want to know if QromaScan will be able to locate your photo and geotag it, just copy and paste the location into your map program. The one on your Mac and the one on your iPhone or iPad use exactly the same data. Now you don't have to do this with most addresses, but it's a quick way of double checking to see if we're going to be able to tag a location precisely. In this case, it's spot on. Now, when we're done, we're going to save this file as plain text, but instead of using the .txt at the end, we're going to end it with .qloc, which stands for QromaScan location. Naming it this way will allow us to open it in QromaScan and direct it to the locations panel. A quick word of warning if you're using a Mac. Don't use the built-in text edit app. It's not capable of saving plain text files. It defaults to rich text format, and that just won't work. Use an app that can do pure plain text. Okay, now that I'm done saving my qloc file, I'm just going to drop it in as an attachment to my mail message and send it to an account that I can collect with my iPhone. Back on my iPhone, I'm going to open that message and tap and hold onto the attachment until I see a list of apps that I can open it with. I tap on QromaScan, and then I get a chance to rename it if I want. Once saved, the whole list gets imported. Now, notice that each one of my locations gets assigned a number. This is important. Each number corresponds to a location, and you will need this number to tag your photos with this location later. If you go back to the Custom Places screen, you'll have the option of editing the location alias prefix. By default, you tag a location alias by saying the word location along with the number of the location you want to tag. However, you can edit and alter this prefix by using another word if you'd like. This could be useful if for some reason you can't get the word location to be consistently recognized. Back in the Custom Places panel, we also have a way to add location aliases one by one. It's just like adding individual people names. Just tap on the plus icon to add a single location. Okay, so I've got my qloc file imported and I'm all set to start using location aliasing. Let me scan an image so you can see how this works. First, I'm going to load my image along the back of the lightbox. Next, I'm going to tap onto the pink bar and give the date October 1st, 1974. Now, notice that something is different in version 1.4. With previous versions, if you didn't give the date and the location together, an error would be generated. With version 1.4, in order to support location aliasing, we allow you to give just the date. If you're not going to use location aliasing, however, you should still give the date followed by the location once you tap on the pink bar and go into online recognition mode. Now that I have the date of the photo established, I want to tag the photo with the 2 people that are in it and then use location aliasing to tag the location. If you recall from my qloc list, the Eiffel Tower was assigned number 3, so I'm going to say location 3 to use it. Mary Smith, Susan Smith, location 3. That's it. Now let's go into the gallery to see the image that I just tagged. Okay, here's the image I just tagged using location aliasing, and you will notice that when we use my location data to resolve the Eiffel Tower, we also get the city, province, and country. If I look at this metadata on my Mac, you'll see that we also embedded the current location data to the file, including the longitude and latitude. We've also pulled in some other location metadata that will be useful later for when I try to find this image with my photo organization software.